All right. This all right? Everybody okay now? Just lost everybody. I'll wait for everybody to get in. I'll play. I won't play Rizzo. It's too long. What I'll do is I'll just do the intro. How's that? That BonJovial did.
I'll give you a 9.
He can't be with me.
Okay, I don't think I got most of you back. That was a dumb idea. But all right, this is what we'll do. While people get here, we're gonna fill out the bracket. I don't know what we can do with the audio. I'll have to check it out when it's done. It should have been fine. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it, but here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, guys, we're all Crypt Keepers. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Coach, please. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to make our bracket, all right? And I'm doing this in front of you guys because there is a seating. There is seating, but in case I forgot everybody, I want you to tell me. So number one, of course, it's Mr. Howard Stern. Okay, Howard gets the number one spot, okay? And now he's the number one seed. Underneath, we go Benji. All right, that's our first bracket there. Next, we go Artie. All right, and Artie goes against Scott the engineer. I know I spelt it wrong, but whatever. Okay, so that's our first bracket right there. Now, in the bottom bracket, it starts with Miss Robin. Who does Robin go up against? Will Murray. Okay, now we got two more spaces down here. Robin is the number 1, 4, 2. Robin is the 2 seed, and this is a 16-person bracket. All right. So down on the bottom will be the person that's supposed to be the one that's going to go up against Howard, or Robin, the bottom bracket. So we're going to put Ralph down here. And you know who Ralph goes up against? Me. Okay, so we got half of our bracket done. So if you don't know anything about brackets, what's going to happen is I'm going to tell you 3 stories. I'll tell you all the rules and everything. But after I tell you all the rules, what's going to happen is you're going to decide between Howard and Benji who moves on. You're going to decide between Artie and Scott the engineer who moves on. Those two will move on, and then those two will move on to the finals. Let's do the other side. I feel like Bob Ross. You got a happy cloud right here. All right. At number 1 on the other side, I guess you can probably understand who it is. It's Mr. Stuttering John. All right, Stuttering John. Who does Stuttering John go up against? Jason Kaplan. Okay. Now, next. Who gets this spot? Gary Delabate. Gary Delabate. And who is his opponent? It's Tom Chiasano. All right. So we have 4 spaces left. Howard's over there. Robin's over there. Gary's right there. John's up there. Fred starts off the next one, Mr. Fred Norris. All right. And guess what? Let me go over to you guys. I got some of you guys coming back, which is cool. I hope it's better. All right. Are you guys following me so far? You guys following me all right? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. So down here, we go on the bottom. We're going to put Jackie down here. Thank you. Now, here's where I need your help. Thank you. Great, Rochi. I appreciate it. 14, this is a 16-man bracket. I was just going to put 2 buys in, meaning they advance. But is there anyone you can put in to these 2? I'm giving it to you guys. First 2 people to put someone in there, they go up. They go in. I need 2. Eric the actor, go up against Fred or Jackie. Coach isn't backing me. Stay humble. Ross Sapin, you want? All right. All right. I said the first 2, so that's what we're doing. Eric and Ross. Eric and Ross. Fred Norris goes up against Eric. And Jackie goes up against who? Who? I forgot already. Not. Oh, it was Ross Sapin. No, actually, he might even fucking beat some people. So, I like Elephant Boy better. Look at all you guys. Let's do Elephant Boy. All right. All right. So now our bracket is complete. Elephant Boy. All right. Now I'm going to explain the rules to you. All right. Now we're good, guys. Okay. First thing. It's not going to be who are you a fan of? It's going to be who is the biggest narcissist. Okay? Don't mix it up with who's the biggest fan. How the game is going to go is, you see number 1, it's Howard versus Benji. I'm going to give you 3 stories. Everything I say is going to be true. All right? I'm not putting any fake stories in or anything. I'm going to tell you 3 things that I think might be what I know about these people that will be the biggest narcissistic thing they've ever done. You've never heard any of these things before. I've never said them. I'm going to give you 3 on each one. And we're going to take the first 5 responses. All right. Now, I thought about it. People in the chat are just going to basically, they're going to be invested somehow. They're going to be like, this is the person I like the most, so I don't want them to win, so I'm going to do this, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the first 4 super chats or the first 3 super chats, the next 2, I'll just take the first regular chats, and that will be the tiebreaker. All right? Just because do you understand why? Because like if you're invested, you're not going to pay $1.99 like 10 times to get your person to the next one. I want a real vote, you know. But I'm going to take the first 2 regular chatters. We'll go 3-2. 3 super chatters, 2 regular chatters, just so we get pretty much a basic and a real accounting of this. I don't care if it's 99 cents. I don't care. I just know that it's. I thought it would stop the people that are going to vote 20 times. Do you understand? All right. Now, what are we voting on, Case? Narcissism. Narcissism. Let me explain to you what it is. Narcissism is an extreme self involvement to the degree that it makes a person ignore the needs of those around them. While everyone may show occasional narcissistic behavior, true narcissists frequently disregard others or their feelings. I know what you're thinking. Why are you even doing this? John is going to win. He might not. So just because you don't know what I'm going to say. I should have put Cabby in there. Yeah, I should have. You're right. All right, I'll put Cabby in there. They also do not understand the effect that their behavior has on other people. You're like, why are you doing this? Because John's going to win. You don't know what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you I should be right. This should have been in my book. I would have sold a lot more. It's important to note that narcissism is a trait, but can be part of a larger personality disorder. Not every narcissist has narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, as narcissism is a spectrum. People who are at the high end of the spectrum are those that are classified as NPD, but others, still with narcissistic traits, may fall on the lower end of the narcissistic spectrum. The cause of narcissism is not known, but it can be linked to your environment, meaning your parents may have given you either too much adoration or too much criticism that didn't match your actual experiences and achievements. Can you guys think who that might be? Shut up, sit down. Don't be a moron. See, this is why this game's going to be fun. John is not going to win right away that you know of. It could go by genetics. Narcissism may be linked to your inherited characteristics, including certain personality traits. And also, it can be linked to your neurobiology. This is the connection between your brain, behavior, and thinking. Like, Casey, shut the fuck up. You don't know anything about this stuff. Yeah, well, I printed it out and I'm reading it, so shut up. People who show signs of narcissism can often be very charming and very charismatic. Who does that remind you of? Who is very charming and charismatic? They often don't show negative behavior right away, especially in relationships. All those people I used to work with are married, aren't they? People who show narcissism often like to surround themselves with people who feed into their ego. Who is that? Well, everybody would be like, well, that's John. You got DG and you got the people that he's been along. They build relationships to reinforce their ideas about themselves, even if these relationships are superficial. Who do we know that has relationships with people, but they end every 2 days? You know, that word narcissism, it's thrown around a lot, but we don't know what it means. And there are types of narcissism. This is part 1. Trust me, this will be great because I'm going to tell you stuff that you never heard before because I was around these people for like 8 years. I don't mean to be mean to these people. I'm just going to tell you some stories, some things that happen, and you are going to tell me. We're going to go, it's in a bracket. First one is Howard versus Benji. Going to give you 3 Howard stories, 3 Benji stories. You tell me, based on what I'm telling you, who is the bigger narcissist. But you should know, God, I'm going to puke, that there are 2 types of narcissism. The 2 types can have common traits, but they both come from different childhood experiences, okay? The 2 types, they dictate in different ways the way people are going to behave in relationships. Number 1, grandiose narcissism. People with this behavior were most likely treated as if they were superior or above others during childhood. These expectations can follow them as they become adults. They tend to brag. They tend to be elitist. Now, who does that sound like? Anybody you know on the Stern Show has been called an elitist before? Anybody brag a lot? This is what I need you for. If you're a fan of the Stern Show, this is a great game. I'm telling you, came up with this. This is great. Those with grandiose narcissism are aggressive, dominant. They exaggerate their importance. They are very self-confident and are not sensitive. You could throw me in there, but I'm very sensitive. You could throw John in there, but he's very sensitive. Is that Howard? Is that Gary? Is that Robin? Is that Fred? Who is it? That's what I'm going to be asking you. You may want to know some of the signs of narcissism. It's still being studied and explored. Well, basically, because if you're a narcissist, do you think you're going to go seek help? One of the main signs is a sense of entitlement. Beep, 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 beep. Hello, who's that? Sense of entitlement. Hello. Everyone's like, just get it over with. It's John already. He wins. A common sign of people with narcissism is the belief that they are superior to others and they deserve special treatment. Hello. I know someone like that, and he stutters. They believe that others should be obedient to their wishes and that the rules don't apply to them. Fuck, that's me. That's why this game is going to be good. Here we go. Another sign of narcissism: manipulative behavior. Another common trait of narcissism is manipulative or controlling behavior. A narcissist will at first try to please you and impress you, but eventually their own needs will always come first. Who is that? What do you think? Do you see why it's going to be a good game? If you're a fan of the Stern Show, I want your opinion, and I want it. This is going to take us a little while to do, but I'm just giving you the rules and the laydown before we get going. And before tonight's over, we're going to do one bracket, and I'll show you how it goes. When relating to other people, narcissists will try to keep people at a certain distance in order to maintain control. They may even exploit others to gain something for themselves. Who is it now? You guys with me so far? Yeah? What do you think? Good game? Who wins? All right. Let me keep going here. John, Harry. I thought John, I didn't want to do this because I thought John would definitely, but the stories I got to tell you and the things I got to tell you, It's not like I'm going to ruin anybody's life. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to tell you things you've never heard before just for being around people for like 8 years. I'm not going to be a dick. Just going to tell you the stories, and I want you to decide. And we're going to decide together who is the biggest narcissist, because I would think, if I had to guess, it would be John or Howard. But once I lay it all out, we're going to find out. Another characteristic of a narcissist is the need for admiration. One of the common signs of a narcissist is the constant need for praise or admiration. People with this behavior need to feel validation from others and often brag or exaggerate their accomplishments for recognition. They also like to feel appreciated to boost their ego. This is a no contest in my book so far. Another one, lack of empathy. I can't put Vince the lawyer on there. I can't. Lack of empathy is another sign of narcissism. This means that the narcissist is unwilling or unable to empathize with the needs, wants, or feelings of other people. This also makes it difficult for them to take responsibility for their own behavior. Last one, arrogance. People with narcissistic behavior already see themselves as superior to others. So they may become rude or abusive when they don't receive the treatment they think they deserve. Why John wins this? No. While they hold themselves superior, they may speak or act rudely towards those that they deem inferior. Other signs include a sense of self-importance, exaggerating their achievements and talents, a preoccupation with fantasies of success, power, or brilliance, a belief that they're more special or unique than others and should only associate with high-status people. That one just jumped out at you. I was like, fucking, this is John. No, it's the boss. How about envy of others or the belief that others are envious of them? Insisting they have the best of everything. Feeling they deserve privileges and special treatment. They're very self-confident and they're not very sensitive. Okay. Now, are you guys bored with this psychology shit? Because I want to make sure I give you all the rules before we start getting into the game. All right? Oh, this is funny. Look, Don DeLuise goes, John was terrified you would sue him. No, I won't sue him. I know I could. I know it's slander. He says should, about my health or my sexual health. I could, but I won't. I will never do that. I'm not that type of guy. I could sue a lot of people, but I don't do it. If it's funny, it's funny. But that wasn't really funny because it wasn't like, didn't make me laugh. It was just like, you're just being a dick. Thanks, Dom. We got Whatnot chases. Hey, Whatnot. KC, if you punch John, I'll if you punch John, I'll kick him. No, Whatnot chaser. We want no violence here, buddy. We're coming up with this great contest here, and I don't know. I don't know who the winner really is, but throughout the contest, I got my sauce, and I'm ready to puke right now because I ate too much of it. But I got some old Stern shit, like when Scott's wife was passed away, and he was looking for money. Look, I'm not a rich guy, I, like Warren Zevon. It's a quiet, normal life. It's not normal, but I came up with an idea. I found an old FME. You guys know what those were? They were like awards that we would give out. Instead of Emmys, it was an FME, FM radio. I won one year for saying I wanted to kill my family or some nonsense like that. But I had the FME and I'm like, I bet some fans would pay money for this thing. And then I got on like Facebook and I said, whoever wants this the most and is going to pay the most, that money will go right to Scott and I'll send this off to you. So if I can't give you, money out of my pocket, like, some of the other people that were making, a lot of money, I figured, I'd do pretty good. So actually, I think I was able to, it was either $400 or $700 that I was able to send to Scott. Some nice fan wanted it. So they went on his, what do they call it? Fund Me or Go, whatever it is. But that person paid the most. So I sent the FME out to that person. So we got, we raised like, is it 300 or 700 for Scott because I know he needed it. And God bless him for what he went through. I never met Robin, but I heard she was pretty awesome. So that's I don't know what that has to do with anything, but sorry, I tend to do. Guys, I've been eating fucking sauce for fucking hours now, and I want to throw up. I can tell you how to deal with a narcissist. I can get into more of that, but I always mix narcissism up with something called egocentrism. Egocentrism. Ego Having a big ego. That's what I always thought narcissism was. And if you want to know what that is, and that's why I think I just want to clear everything up here because we're looking for the biggest narcissist, not the biggest ego, and they're a little bit different. Okay. The egocentric only aspires to be right all the time. They want to impose their own point of view. Narcissism uses the emotions of others to exert control. There's the difference, okay? To do this, they might be friendly and charming at first, but gradually you see how their personality and their intentions are going to change. The egocentric person's behavior is less sophisticated. So I would say, it doesn't say this here, but I would say that the narcissist is probably more intelligent than the egocentric person. So I think I've done a decent job of explaining to you what narcissism and what we're doing this whole contest for and what we're trying to pick. So when I give you examples of stories, I hope you guys are able to know the difference. We're looking for the biggest narcissist, not the biggest ego. Okay? And you should definitely know that narcissism is Latin for the Greek name narcissus. No, you shouldn't. I just threw that in there to sound like I'm not retarded, but I happen to be half retarded, so you can all fuck yourself. I got some great other information about how to deal with narcissists, what you should be doing if you're in a narcissistic relationship, but I felt I've talked too much. And I think the sense of entitlement, manipulative behavior, the need for admiration, the lack of empathy, the arrogance, the sense of self-importance, the exaggerating of their achievements and talents, the preoccupation, fantasies of success, power, or brilliance, that belief that they're more special or unique than you and me, and they only should associate with other high status people, the envy of others, or the belief that others are envious of them, insisting that they have the best of everything, feeling that they deserve privileges and special treatment. Need I say more? We're going to find out who the biggest narcissist on the Howard Stern Show was. You guys down? You down with this, or is this a dumb idea? What do you think? I need some feedback. And don't be an asshole just to be an asshole. I thought it was a good game, and it's going to take a while because we'll do one today. But first, what we're going to do is we are going to just reintroduce the characters of the Stern Show.
You are the so-called king of all media? I'm not impressed, Howard!
Oh, let me tell you something. I am the king of all media.
I'm asking the questions around here, you decrepit piece of petrified crap. I can't even figure out why Beth sticks with you, you old bag. But I'm in charge here now. Get down on the deck and crank out 25 for me, darling. Wait a second. There's a funny guy. Are you a comedian, fat buddy? I'm talking to you, Artie.
What did I do? What are you picking on me for?
Why am I picking on you? Excuse me, Miss Sensitive Nancy. Should I give you a dress to wear? Aren't you the cokehead who lost his job on Mad TV for not knowing how to put down a dollar bill? Weren't you the guy who pooped his bed when he was drunk? Artie! That rhymes with farty. Do you fart?
No, sir.
Bull feathers, I bet you fart like a big fat Mexican at a chili contest. Do you gamble?
Yes, sir.
You know what I bet?
What?
I bet you drop dead of a heart attack before you turn 40. That's what I bet. Looking at you makes me want to vomit. Can I vomit on you?
No, sir.
Why? It could only improve your disgusting looks.
Hey, no offense, Sergeant Hartman. You come in. You're a really tough guy. You come in here and you insult my people. Why don't you get a grip on yourself, please?
I ought to rip off your balls so you cannot contaminate the rest of the world. Hey, there's KC Armstrong. Hey, KC. Hey, aren't you the girl who played the gay chicken?
Yes, I am.
Hey, girl, want me to paint your testicles green and shave you with a K-bar? Ha ha! What the hell is wrong with you? Are you a queer, KC?
Dude, I'm a bad guy. You better shut up because I'll kill you.
Well, what do we have here?
That's Stuttering John, Sergeant Hartman.
Look who we have here, Private Stupid. Bend over, crack a smile, and show me what you have for brains, Private Stupid.
Hey, my name is John Melendez.
Oh, that's right, the stuttering freak who don't know how to speak.
Hey, I'm a funny guy.
Who told you that, defective mutant, your mommy? The best part of you ran down to crack your mama's butt over 40 years ago. I ought to know because I was behind her at the time.
Hey, well, you shut up, man. I'll kick your ass like I kick Crazy Cabbie's ass.
I'll bet the Martian could kick your ass. Ain't that right, Fred North? Could you kick Private Stupid's ass?
I have no idea.
That's right, you have no idea. Clueless Martian freak. Hey! Ain't it time for you to crawl back into the mothership and fly to Orion? Hey, douchebag. Say hi to Mr. Spock for me.
Oh, my.
Any damn time you feel like beaming up, feel free to do so. You are nothing more than an unorganized pieces of monkey crap to me. Speaking of monkeys, where's that missing link producer of yours, Baba Booey?
I'm right here, Sergeant Hartman. I'm Baba Booey.
What is your major function, numbnuts? Oh, let me guess. You were born with a fat ass.
That's not nice.
Stand up to him, Gary.
That's not right.
I was just kidding. That fat roly-poly ass of yours is nothing compared to those green tombstone teeth in your mouth. Oh, Holy Christ. Your mouth looks like a toilet. I'll bet that I could unscrew your head and poop down your neck. Is that why your breath smelled like an overflowing cesspool on a hot day in Georgia?
Man.
I have never seen such scary teeth on one individual in my entire life. Do you have mood teeth? Do they turn green when you're nervous? I think you're nervous right now, aren't you? Are you shaking in your Puma's Pizza Boy? Or do you want Star Jones over there to come to your rescue?
Star Jones.
That's right, Whoopi, I'm talking to you.
Robin, Sergeant Hartman is talking to you.
It was funny until he started talking about me.
Listen, she was a captain in the Air Force, and you should know that.
I outrank you.
You were a captain in the Air Force?
Yeah.
What were you? Captain in charge of the Jelly Donut Brigade?
Oh,
Get
spit it
down
out,
on the
White
floor and give me 20. Ah, forget it. With those Charlies on your chest, your arms probably couldn't even possibly reach the ground. I'll tell you what, king of all media, I'm going to leave now.
All right.
Can you handle that king of all media? Now, shut your goddamn mouth, Beaker.
Oh,
Beaker.
what's that about?
Is that my nose?
That's exactly what it is. Of course, I'm referring to your nose. It's getting hard to breathe in here. You're sucking all the oxygen out of this room.
All right, guys. Those are some of the people that we are going to be voting on. All right. I was going to give you one example, but Dom DeLuise has something to say here. Dom DeLuise, he went on a 30-minute rant when I said he defamed you. I believe this is Vince. Vince is Dom DeLuise, I believe. Thank you, Vince, for saying that. He did. I don't know what his rant was about, but this is the game that we're going to be playing. I was going to give you one. I'm going to give you, it's not going to count. All right. Because like each one, I'm going to give you stuff that you never heard before. So, well, you know what? This is a gimme. It's like a buy. So I'm just going to give you, we don't have to do super chat or whatever, you know, how it's going to be. I'm just going to show you how the game's going to be. And you know who's going to win between these two people. All right. So I'll just show you how the game is going to be. All right, here we go. So this is part one of our contest. And we are going to figure out who gets to advance between Robin and Will Murray. And these stories that I'm going to give you, they're nothing. Because this is pretty much a gimme, but I just want to show you how the game is going to go. Okay, we'll go with Robin. I'm going to tell you three things. Robin has a life-size headshot in her living room. Robin wrote a book called Quivers, A Life. Robin is famous around the office for saying, I was going to say that. Okay, like this is nothing groundbreaking. I'm sure you know these things. But this, I'm just giving you an example. Will got so drunk at Belmont Park, and he got so belligerent when I was driving him back to the city, I had to tell him to sit quietly or I was going to kick his ass. Will's an awesome dude, man. But Will used to get drunk. And hold on. And Will shared an apartment with Jason, who was his coworker, and for a while they didn't even talk. During that time, they brought in Sanders the chicken. Sanders the chicken was a chicken they kept in a cage that would come in and do football picks, and it stayed at Will's apartment. And one more thing is Will used to take my baseball bets from some people he knew. And we used to play basketball in the projects. Those were, you know, those were nothing to to write home about. Those were things you probably already knew, or just very tame things. Just because I want to show you how the game goes. You knew who was going to win this one. So go ahead. Who gets to advance? Who's the bigger narcissist? Is it Robin or is it Will? Let's go. I'll take the first. Right now, I would take 3 super chats, but we don't got to do that now. I'm just taking. There's a Robin. There's another Robin. Yeah, it's just 2. There's a Robin. Oh, there's one Will. But yeah, so you get the way the game is going to be played. Look at this. Look. See, you guys are taking it seriously here, okay? It's John. Yeah. So as we get closer, I'll tell you, more stuff from the inside. But all right, guys, we made our first pick. Robin is the first one that advances. She beat Will Murray. So we are on our way, guys. How's that? You guys like this game? Gonna be a good game? I think it is. Once we get down to it, we're gonna find out. Some people probably think it's gonna be Howard. Some people think it's gonna be John. Some people might think it's Ralph. Some people think it's Jackie or Gary. It's gonna be good. On the criteria I told you, that's what we're going by. All right? So that's the game we're going to be playing. We'll do part 2 tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you're down with this, because this is going to take a couple shows to find out who the biggest narcissist on the Howard Stern Show is. All right? All right. Now, I got to go because I got sauce on my face and I look like an asshole. And really, I'm going to go fucking throw up. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, same time. And tomorrow we'll start with Howard and Benji. And then we'll go into Artie and Scott the engineer. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.